Hey you guys, I'm Giovanni. Welcome back to Salt and Pepper Pickleball, where we bring that pickle and pasión. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I always appreciate it. So today, guys, we are going to be talking about the Honolulu J6FC Plus. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? And just a quick little heads up, guys, I'm not affiliated with Honolulu. They didn't send me this. I bought this with my own money. I used my GovX account to actually get a little bit of a discount on this one. Same thing with Bread and Butter. I'm not associated with them. I'm not affiliated. And I used my GovX account to get the loco as well. Before we dive into the review, just know this isn't a solo take. I also post my reviews on my Pickle List, which is a community-driven rating system designed by Pickle Lee, who is a sponsored player and a content creator. And it already has over 700 ratings by real players with real feedback to all the paddles that are listed on the site. Think of it as Yelp, but for pickleball paddles. Now let's get into this paddle. So let's get into the specs for this paddle. The paddle length on this is actually 16.48, and your traditional elongated is 16.5 and above, but I'm gonna go ahead and just call this an elongated paddle because it feels like one and it plays like one. So moving on, the paddle width on this is gonna be 7.5 inches. It is not tapered at all. Measuring the grip length from where the butt cap meets the tape is going to be 5.5 inches, so that's more than enough room for a two-handed backhand. No issues here, got plenty of room. If you don't do the golf swing like I do, two hands fit on here beautifully. The grip circumference, when I measured it, is at 4.125, which is a little bit on the narrower side for my hands. But with an over grip, because I like the ones from Goat Pickleball, it bumps it up just right for my hand. So the weight came in for this paddle at 8.1 ounces. And with some Bodhi tungsten tape, actually they're 1 gram per inch, I added a 4-inch strip to each of the corners. And I was actually able to bump this up to 8.6 ounces, where I feel very happy with it. I mean, I could add maybe like another inch to the top, but to be honest, I feel like that would be just a little bit too much. But I still might try it, but I might actually do an inch of the 1/2 gram, because I think the inch per gram would be just a tad bit too much for me, and would make this paddle be a little bit too head heavy and then a little bit too much powerful for me. So this is going to be your 16 millimeter multi-density floating foam core. The paddle combines an EPP center with an EVA perimeter for a balance of power and feel. The focus of the dual foam configuration on this is to expand the sweet spot and make it bigger, and also to absorb more of the vibration and provide consistent ball response across the entire face, which I could definitely tell, because I did hit some down here at the bottom, you know, in some of the hands battles. And then, you know, when I was stretched out, I did hit some off the top end here. And I gotta say, it was almost like hitting it right here dead center. I didn't have that many issues. It didn't feel, I didn't get a clunk or a thunk, or it didn't feel like off for me. It felt really good. The whole paddle face feels super consistent. It just felt really good. So first impressions, when I took this out of the box, man, I really, really liked it. And one thing I do have to say is that this cover is really nice. And I didn't know it was waterproof until I actually dropped water on it by mistake. It was sitting on the sideline and I had it on the bench and I spilt my water and it just rolled right off. And I couldn't believe that this was actually waterproof. I don't know if other brands or if the other ones are actually waterproof. I haven't actually tried putting water on it, but don't know why I would, but hey, you know. And for some reason, like, this just feels thicker on the inside. You know, like I have my my loco and I have my I have the old Nightshade here, and I took the covers and I felt them, and they just feel like almost like a wetsuit, like kind of like a thinner wetsuit material. But then this one feels nice and thick. Like it feels really good. This is actually such a nice cover, and I can't believe that this comes included. I didn't have to pay 12 or 25 or 30 bucks extra to get this on my own. And if you're just somebody who's just running out there and you want to play, you could just bring this and without a book bag or anything. And guess what? It's got a little hook, so you don't have to put it on the floor. You don't have to put it on the bench like I do. You can actually hang it up. I should be putting it back in my bag, but when I'm out there, I get so excited, I just put it down. So when I first picked up the J6FC Plus, the balance immediately stood out to me. It's one of those paddles where you don't have to think too hard. It just feels comfortable in the hand right away, right from the get-go. It's not head heavy, especially after I added the weight on here. It still feels good. I'm still able to get it through the air with no problem. I have no issues. I'm not straining my muscles or anything like that. Feels really good. But it's just easy from the start, and that's what I really enjoyed about this paddle. If you're the type of player who wants a paddle that works with you instead of demanding adjustments, like some paddles where you really have to, like, almost like the Quanta. Like, the Quanta doesn't really fire out of the gate. You know what I mean? Like, you have to work with that paddle. You have to add weight to that paddle because it needs weight. It's a great paddle, but you just need to add weight that makes the paddle good for you. So the feel and control. This paddle is very much a control first kind of vibe. At the nets, dink battles feel calm and composed, you guys. Resets, smooth. The soft game is one of the strengths with this paddle, and I really enjoyed that about this paddle. The face gives you really good dwell time, so you actually feel connected to the ball. The face is not mushy, but it's also not super stiff. It's not giving you that trampoline pop, where it's super reactive and it just comes right off immediately. Like, there is a little bit more dwell time here, and you can actually feel it, and it feels good. So just think clean contact without it being harsh on the arm. Now, with me saying that control was good, let's talk power. Because I know some of you are already asking, oh my God, is it super powerful? Is it the boomstick? Is it the Loco elongated, you know, or any of those? But the J6FC Plus, in my opinion, it's just under the power that you get with the Bread and Bread Loco. And it's just above the Vatic Pro V-Sol Bloom that I've play tested. So if you're looking for something that's gonna blast drives past people with zero effort, this probably isn't gonna be your paddle. But the power that is here in this paddle is very usable. You'll get enough put away power when you swing through the ball properly, especially on overheads and mid-court balls. And I'm telling you guys, I was hitting some beautiful swing volleys with this paddle. I mean, I have 100% confidence in hitting that ball out of the air. Feels amazing. Definitely reminds me of my old Technifibers. But this really does reward good mechanics instead of giving you free missiles, which is what I love about it, because I always love when I can control the power output of my pickleball paddles. I don't want to use a paddle that I tap lightly and it just fires off. Like, that's not my style. That's not my game. I don't really have the hands, I guess, to be able to control just that poppy, nasty power that some people can use. And it's beautiful. Like, when somebody else can just use a paddle, when somebody else could just use a paddle at 5%, it's a beautiful thing. But for some reason, like, I always want to go full throttle. That's why I tried to stay at like 65 or 75% power. And then when I see an opening, I try to go for 100%. And I don't want to paddle where I don't have that control to be able to swing through if I really, really want. Or if I'm at the net and I really want to, put some oomph behind like a put away volley or one of my swing volleys, because I want to hit those really nice, really hard. I want to put a lot of spin on it. I want it to hit either the mid to back court, that's what I really, really like. And for some of those very reactive paddles, I cannot control that. When I hit the ball, it just goes straight, and look out if I hit you, because I'm very sorry because I have busted a couple blood vessels on some people, and I really felt bad because I really don't like hitting people with the ball. I do everything I can to make sure that I hit the open spot on the court, but it doesn't always happen. So that's why I like to have a paddle that gives me the ability to control the power output. And talking about control and power, the spin is really good on this paddle. You're not getting the ultra grabby, borderline illegal level grit with this paddle, but there is plenty to shape the ball with this paddle. I'm really enjoying this paddle. I actually mained this paddle at a pickleball tournament, which is where I got this cool little hat. Yeah, buddy. And I got a little pin on here, trying to look cool. But it was a pickleball tournament that was hosted at the Planet Pickle that's located in Johns Creek. Had a great time, beautiful facility. The owner was there. He was super nice, super helpful, super attentive. And pickleball, they did such a wonderful job. That place was packed. I mean, it was full. Every court had spectators. We played some people, and they definitely had a peanut gallery with them. And man, it was hard to focus on the game because there was one time I got body bagged, and that was like the loudest that the group screamed, and I got upset because I'm not used to it, like I play at the park or I play over in like little open plays and stuff, and you don't hear people yelling and screaming and all that. Even when I played tennis, you get some claps here and there, but it was never screaming. It was never like, it was never anything super, super loud like that. So it definitely was an adjustment. I definitely stared down a couple of the people who are going. I felt a little too extra, especially when I get hit by a ball, which I don't like to get hit. But in my defense, it was a hard hit ball, but it kicked off the net. And I was at the kitchen line. The ball was aimed at my feet. So I put my paddle down to try to receive it so I could try to scoop it back up. And sure enough, it just clipped that tape or the top of the net, went straight into my belly. Yeah, I was not happy about that. Did not anticipate it whatsoever because it looked like it was going to clear. So I was fully committed with putting the paddle down, and fakata, right in my stomach. Didn't like it. Didn't appreciate the cheer. But hey, that's how it goes. So back to the spin here. Top spin definitely feels consistent, you guys. Slices, I was hitting some really nice backhand slices, and they were staying low, like just skimming over the net. It felt like I was using a tennis racket again. Like, it was really nice. And this is honestly one of maybe two other paddles that I've play tested that give me that nice low slice. Most of the other ones, like you slice with the ball, but it's too reactive. So the ball goes higher, but it still gives you that little bit of that, like, not higher. It gives you a little bit of loft that you're not used to. Like, when you slice the ball, you want it to maybe go like an inch or two above the net, right? So you want that nice deep slice and it sends it to the back line. Well, in some of the other paddles that I used, it was too reactive. So the loft was a little too high. So it was like a foot over the net, and it would just keep sailing. It just had no stop to it. And then others, you had a little bit too much dwell in the paddle, and I was sending them basically into the net or where they would just shoot like a foot over and just settle or slow down right behind the line, which doesn't help me at all. So, but this one did a really, really great job. So all in all, it's the kind of spin that helps your game without being unpredictable, which is what I really respected about this paddle as well. The sweet spot here feels generous, especially for players who don't always hit dead center like I do. Yeah, I'm not always hitting it here, you guys. I'm hitting it down here. I'm hitting it up here to the sides. You know, my hands could be fast one day, slow the next. So I'm just reaching for balls, trying to get them back in, and I'm hitting the whole thing. I've had dust all over this thing, or ball dust all over this thing. But I still love pickleball, so it doesn't matter. But off-center hits, honestly, don't completely fall apart either, which makes this paddle great for long dink exchanges, defensive resets, and just moving up a player's skill level. Like, I really felt like this paddle bumps me up just a little bit more, that it just bumps me up into a little bit more of a better level. Like, I'm able to handle pace. Like, this takes pace off. You know, when I need it, it gives me pace. When I want to create pace, I can. Resets, if I wanted to have a nice high arch to give me time to reset myself or to get back into the point, if my opponent have pulled me off the court, I'm able to do it if I keep the ball in front of me, of course. So I am trying to do better. So at the end of the day, I think that this $195 Honolulu J6FC Plus is going to be best for those that value control and touch over straight raw power. People who play smart, have placement-based games, love net play, dinks, resets, want something comfortable and easy to use. This is gonna be your paddle. If you're a banger, you're gonna want something with a little bit more pop. And from my understanding is, if you do want everything that I'm talking about with this paddle, but you want that power as well, you're gonna wanna bump up to the NF, because the NF has the power that you're looking for. But this one is gonna be more for somebody like me that enjoys applying levels of power to their paddle and being able to control and shape their balls. But if you like constructing points and staying patient, this paddle makes a whole lot of sense in any of your hands. So overall, I think that the J6FC Plus feels like that reliable doubles partner that always makes the right shot. It's smooth, it's controlled, and it keeps the game fun instead of chaotic. Not every paddle needs to be super loud, you know? Some just really need to be consistent, and this one definitely is. Now, with that said, that's actually my take on the Honolulu J6FC Plus. If you've played with it, please let me know what you thought in the comments. I always love hearing different perspectives about this paddle or about any of the paddles that I've reviewed. If this review helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe for more pickleball chats like this. And as always, you guys, remember to keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep playing pickle with pasión.